Okay, welcome back to another video of a grown man crying over a video game. A series that was popular with Overwatch, and you guys really liked the first Rivals one I did, so hey, I'm gonna make another one. Today I'm gonna be bitching about the brainless sheep that is the Marvel Rivals community. It's gonna revolve around the ban system, and specifically the Black Panther ban pandemic that we've been dealing with, all because Necros made a video saying BP is a valid ban.
That's in the BP bans. You think he's worth banning? Yeah, I think he's worth banning. I think he's an annoying hero. He's kind of a skill check for your backline, and most people that play support are dog shit at the game. So you'd rather just ban him than have to deal with your backline actually being good.
It's not even Necros' fault. I can't blame him because he specifies, one, that you should ban BP so your brainless supports don't get farmed, which is true. BP is a good character because the majority of support players have the awareness of Helen Keller. I don't know if the devs programmed the game so when you play support, you're on a Naruto Storm 4 type delay, because these support players have zero awareness and reaction time. And also, it's not Necros' fault because it should be common sense. He's talking about his rank. BPs are a problem in his rank, the highest level of play for PC. This does not apply to console eternity, doesn't apply to PC, GM, or Celestial. Everyone heard this and was like, you know what, BP is broken, let me ban him every game since the reason I get farmed by him is because he's broken. I mean, even Necros said it, despite everybody saying this same character, well, almost the same character, was the Tickle Monster back in Season 0. Now, keep this in mind. I don't participate in bans. If you watch my streams, even off camera, I don't participate in the ban phase because I play a variety of heroes across all rules. Do I think I'm better than you for doing that? Yes, I am. Suck my dick. Now, you may be asking, Raider, if you don't participate in bans, why do you care when people ban BP? Because it's for three big reasons. One, that immediately shows the skill level of your team when they ban BP because BP farms remedial as players. So off the bat, I'm tilted because I know I got shit players on my team. Two, BP is so extremely easy to counter. If I'm on support, I promise you the BP will not farm me because I just go Rocket, Ultron, or Sue. And BP is a flanker, and what is a flanker's job? To kill supports. So if I'm on support living, I am denying their BP value and sort of rendering him useless, even though I'm not, killing him. And if I'm on tank or DPS, I don't care if we have two tanks already, I'm gonna go Thing, and boom, it's an easy win. I want the enemy to go BP because he's so easy to shut down. And for all the PC players who are gonna cope by saying, well, you're on console, try going against PC Black Panthers. First of all, most of you who type that are like Celestial or below. Second of all, I don't know if you know, but you can make your sensitivity really fast on controller. In general, stop acting like it's hard to counter BP. It's not hard, I'm hard. You guys that say that are the same type of people who blame Smurfs as to why they're hard stuck. And then the third point is, it's getting to a point where BP is getting the Season 0 Hawkeye and Hela treatment, where even if you have a teammate hovering over the character, you still think the character is broken enough to still ban. All these reasons are why, despite me not participating in bans, it's still really frustrating seeing either team waste a ban on BP instead of actual problematic characters. Now, when it comes to being a sheep, it all boils down to which creator you watch. Shit, I have sheep who watch me, who will listen and agree with everything I say, but hey, since it's my takes, they're listening to someone who's objectively right, because I said so. Bitch. And then the biggest is obviously Necros, but the thing with his takes is he truly believes it and says what's on his mind. Now, there are other creators who say things just to please the majority, and the creator that comes to mind is Flats. I personally believe Flats says shit just to appease the majority, and I have examples to back up this claim. So the first one, you guys remember when the Overwatch community was divided on which format the game should be? You had people saying 5v5 was better, you had people saying 6v6 was better, and you know what Flats does? This guy comes on here talking about some 7v7. Like, he was so scared to pick a side that he just pulled some shit out of his ass so he doesn't receive backlash. Next example is a support strike.
Like, the literal player count numbers agree that they're not having fun. They weren't having fun because they were playing against dive and they were dying all the time. They didn't feel like they were having impact. When they don't have impact or they don't feel like they're having fun, they get bored. And so people don't want to play if there's no content and they're not having fun.
So basically what he's saying is the player count was going down because supports weren't having fun and validating the support strike. The support strike was never a thing. It was god-awful support players who don't know how to play the role crying because they don't know how to play against dive and they can't just sit in the back of the team and heal bot for free. That is the truth. There was no support shortage. Support players were still playing the game, but obviously saying that gets you backlash. So what does Flats do? He says the support strike was a thing. Once again, just playing it safe because he didn't want to make the NPCs mad. The top comment for that TikTok was, I think the issue was supports getting dove, and no one turning around on the pings to help. It's easier to say support is easy, or where are my heals? Yeah, well, where is my DPS? See what I mean? This is what the majority of support players think. They can't do anything against dive. Screw positioning better, screw healing each other, screw swapping to supports like Rocket who have insane survivability, screw having awareness. If I'm dying to dive, it is because my tanks and DPS don't babysit me the entire match. And these are the people Flats is catering to. And the last example of Flats appeasing the NPC masses is the Black Panther glaze. This dude rated BP F tier just a month ago.
I said there was not going to be any F tiers, but I changed my mind. That character just sucks.
And now, since everyone is saying BP is busted and oh my god, he's broken, he just instantly deletes me, I can't react.
Ready to get controversial? S tier.
Now, I'm not going to be completely biased. I like to be fair. There are people who are like, this character hasn't received any buffs and has been the same since season 0. That is just an outright lie because he did get a buff. They fixed his no regs, which is actually a really huge buff. But for that to make BP an S tier character is just BS. And again, another example of Flats just giving takes that appeases the community. Some people can't handle backlash and hate comments, so I'm not totally knocking him for doing it. I'm knocking the brainless sheep who can't think for themselves and go to him for their takes. And the people who listen to takes like that are the support players who fold under any pressure, and the Lord, No More, and Think players that ban BP. Holy shit, the amount of Emma, Rocket, Thing, No More players who ban BP. Like, this is truly the stupidest community I've ever been a part of. But hey, that comes with the Mickey Mouse ranking system. But let's look at some counter arguments people come up with. I don't feel like swapping to counter one hero. That's not fun. First of all, I know fun is subjective, but it is objective that players have more fun when they win the game. Hence why people get toxic when they lose, because it's not fucking fun to lose. So I don't get this dumbass argument because it's easy to win when they have a Black Panther. Just play one of his 50 fucking counters. And that's for tank and DPS players. For support players to say some shit like that is so insanely hypocritical. It's hilarious. I don't feel like playing Rocket. I want to stay on Luna and heal bot. These are the same players who expect their team to hold their hand and expect their DPS and tanks to counter pick. But when it comes to them needing to swap and pick a support with high survivability, nah, that's not fun. So I'd much rather just ban BP. And this doesn't even make sense because if you're scared of BP, you will most likely get ass pounded by every other dive character in the game. Counter argument, most divers don't instantly delete you like BP. Counter argument, if the BP is deleting you in 1 second, your awareness is just ass. Let me explain. So this is assuming the BP is going as fast as humanly possible, which again only happens in like the top 0.1% of the player base to consistently hit the combo at Mach 10 speed. But most of the clips who show themselves getting hit with the quote-unquote unreactable combo are mainly them just being so extremely unaware and badly positioned. In this clip, this Luna just brainlessly walks in the open, vulnerable to spam damage, and gets destroyed. And somehow this is an example of why BP is broken. Here's another example. I've seen so many clips of this map where a support player is standing wide in the open, again vulnerable to spam damage to make the BP combo easier, and they get destroyed by a BP flanking top left. If you are on support and don't expect a flanker to come top left or bottom left, you deserve to get comboed because it is literally common sense. Again, it's unreactable because you have no awareness or reaction time. So here are some examples of what I mean, and there's no point in showing this because I know I can't convince you dumbasses to think otherwise, that BP isn't broken. You guys are gonna think what you want, but in case there are some reasonable beings out there, here are some in-game examples. So in this game, I'm on Sue and my other support is on Luna, and before I can even see what team comp they have, you can see I throw my Rasengan at the roof to check if they have any flankers. Again, that's awareness, and I play it safe. I sit in the back because if there is a diver, they are most likely gonna dive my Luna. Would you look at that? They end up having a BP and my awareness pays off. I heal my Luna and the BP is useless. In that same game, my Luna ults on point, and what most of you dumbasses would do is jump on the point with your Luna, and that's just bad because once that ult ends, you are gonna get your ass ate because you're gonna be in the middle of the fight. So me being a fucking savant, I sit off the point, but I know the BP is gonna come for me because I know the BP isn't gonna waste his time trying to kill through a Luna ult. And guess what he does? He does try to dive me, but he can't because I'm aware. That is the shit I'm talking about. If you are getting instantly deleted by Black Panther, it's because you have zero reaction time and awareness. If you are shit enough to get farmed by BP or instantly deleted by BP, I promise you, you will still get farmed by every other flank character in the game, or you would just still die a lot in general because your positioning and awareness is terrible. untouchable. One more point I want to say is fuck DPS and tank players. Like, y'all are also extremely so brain dead. One, there are many scenarios where I'm on support, not dying to the BP, so I'm not saying I need peel. But why aren't you guys swapping to Thing to actively just like kill the Black Panther and, you know, just secure a free win? Like, these dumbass tanks just stay on mag and cap and like do air the entire match. I'd go Jeff into full dive because he was untouchable before his rework. And I noticed that when I played Jeff, or even now when I play Ultron, my DPS and tank cry. They're too stupid as to why I'm on those characters. And again, it's this sheep mentality. I saw this tier list where Jeff and Ultron, they weren't ranked as high as the other supports. And while I do admit they are pretty bad heroes in most scenarios, if they're running full dive, you got me fucked up if you think I'm playing Luna and depending on you dumb fucks to keep me alive. I'm gonna go supports who can live on their own, which are Ultron and pre-reworked Jeff. And 90% of the time, I'd have teammates cry about, why are you on Jeff? Why are you on Ultron? You guys need to learn to shut your fucking mouths. You guys are worse than the support players. I'm gonna go with support I can stay alive on, because whatever hero that is, for example Ultron, I'm gonna have way more healing output on that character than any other support, simply because I'd be dead over and over, because I'd have to put my life in my team's incapable hands. See, support players, I'm not biased. Anyways, that does it for today's video. Stop banning BP. He's so easily counterable with simple awareness. This community is a bunch of sheep with the ban system. If you want to see more videos of me crying, then hit the like button. I'll catch you fine fucks in the next video, and peace.